So what I'd like to do is I'd like to have you follow along with me as we convert our stack program that we did not too long ago into to use a class template. We haven't talked much about class templates, so this will help. So if you go to your stack.cpp file, just to keep this simple, I'm just going to cut Control X all of this and paste this into your .h file. That way we don't end up with any linking errors, and that way you don't get confused on which file I'm in as we're doing this. Then I'm just going to not reformat, how do I remove? Remove that file. Alright, so now I just have my main and my stack.h. Okay, the first thing we need to do to modify this to be a templated class is we want to put our template on top of our class. So we say template and class, and it'll just be called maybe type. This part you can name whatever you want. Some people just call it T. Well, go ahead and copy that because we're going to paste that in like a gazillion times. Since our stack is going to be using the data, our data that we want to change is from a string to an int. So that means not only does our class have to be templated, but so does our struct. Alright, keep going down. I'm now down to where the class ends because we have to template every single method in our class regardless of whether it uses the templated data type or not. So paste that in above all of your other functions, including the friend function. So now that's pasted in. Okay, the next thing we're going to look at is anytime we put our methods in, here we have the word stack. Our stack is now templated, so we have to specify that our stack is of this type. So copy that because we're going to paste that in every single time. There, right after. Anytime you have the word stack, it's now templated. You have to have the template in. This one doesn't use the scope resolution operator, so we don't need it there. Now go back to main because we also have to have it here. So since our stack is now templated, we're going to do this one as a string type. Here's where you define what type it is. So I'm going to say stack string in that spot. Okay, we're not quite done, so go back to your stack class. Now, this is the item that we want to get rid of. We don't want to use a string anymore. We want that to be int, double, whatever it is, we want that to use there. So I'm going to use type in place of string. Hopefully that means we don't need string.h anymore, right? Okay, so since I've changed this to a string, there's a couple of methods that are accessing or directly accessing the data. That is this string data. When you add, you're adding a string, so that's got to be type now. And this string peek, that's got to be type now because we're returning not necessarily a string, we're returning any type. Oh, I forgot another spot that we have stack. Let's just double click this. Yes, here's another word stack, so we have to have type there. Sorry, I forgot about that one, just saw that one. Okay, next. So I'm going to change, I've changed that in the class. I have to change that in the functions. So there it is, there it is. All right, so far so good? Okay, save all. Did I get everything? Nope, I'm missing a few. This is a type because it's now templated, so I have to template the node. There's two other places where that exists. That's right here when we add a stack, add to the stack. We have to template it there, and here's another templated function right there. I swear there's one other spot we have to do that. Oh, I forgot one. How did I miss this one? I hope you guys got that one, but it looks like I missed it. Alright, one more, there's our node. And there's another word stack. Node again, node is templated, so we have to put what type it is. It's type in the class. In main it's always whatever type you're using, but in the class it's that. All right, last thing we need to switch, and I'm saving this for last because you guys were already having anxiety over this darn operator. Okay, we got to fix this. Here's our problem. Anytime we use the extraction operator in our class, when it's templated, it has a few extra rules that it follows. And it's okay, don't worry about it, just follow along with me. I'm more concerned with you seeing how to do this than understanding every single thing about this, because that will come. And so, copy this function right here. Not the word friend, just copy this portion right here. We have to declare, just like remember we declare functions, since this is not technically part of the class, we have to paste it above the class to define that this is going to be defined in the class as a friend function. Yeah, I know, makes no sense, but it's just how it works. Okay, it is templated, so we have to have template in front of it. Okay, no big deal. Okay, here is our problem though. At this point in our code, our stack has not been defined. Our stack's not been defined till here. Yet we have to declare our function up here, which is bizarre. So what we're going to do is we're going to say class stack and declare just the class, and of course make it templated. There we go. So now I've declared the class. That way I can use it here. That way I can define it for this thing, and then I can use it down below. But this is no longer a function definition. This is up here. So I'm going to put an open, close bracket there to specify that this is not the actual definition. This whole line is just specifying that this declaration is a friend. And then I don't think there's anything we have to do down below. I think this one we can just leave alone. Okay, let's compile that and see if it works. Yes, it works. Okay, now for the true test. Does this same stack class work with numbers? So here I'm going to say stack int, my int stack. And then we'll go maybe a for loop. I is less than, let's go like, I don't know, 10. We'll put 10 values in our stack, I++, and we'll say my int stack dot push, and we'll add to it I. There we go. So we should be able to do a cout statement for my int stack. And yeah, all of this is going to be like the Langmus program, ENDL, dang it. Because all it does is use the stack, but that's okay. All right, there it is. Run that program, and our stack now works for strings. Our stack now works for numbers, and it's even getting displayed in the reverse order. Nice. All right. I hope this helps. The whole point to this project is I hope you understand that you can use stacks or templates in a variety of ways. I mean, we've just created our own stack class that works with just pretty much about any data structure. All right, let me know if you have any issues with this, and we will see you next time.